14-year-old boy and his sister, who was 16. Their videos are all over social media, having sexual intercourse, brother and sister. The whole internet was broken in the UK.
A 16-year-old and a 14-year-old are sexually active and having intercourse with each other. And they don't just stop there. They video it. In other words, they want to keep records. Do you think these children just started? No, it shows that these children have been sexually active long time ago. They didn't just start. It has become normal to them, for them to have gotten to the extent of wanting to keep records of what they were doing. So how did they learn this? How did they get here? You can't tell me that these children just fabricated all of this, or they just woke up one day and then thought of it. No, they learned it somewhere. Someone taught them these things. Someone made it normal to them. Someone gave them the idea that it was okay. So that's why they are practicalizing it. And what else do you expect from countries that permit drag queens to come to schools? Schools where you have 2-year-olds upwards to come and read to these children. They call it story hours or something like that. So what do you expect from a country that permits things like this? Where a drag queen, I hope you know who a drag queen is. Well, a drag queen is a biological man who dresses like a woman. Well, not really a woman, because a woman does not dress like a drag queen. Women don't wear heavy makeups. They don't wear crazy wigs. They don't dress themselves like drags. I would say a drag queen is a biological man that dresses like a whore, because drag queens are into adult entertainment. That's their job. It's not as if drag queens are astronauts or computer engineers or doctors or lawyers. No, they are not. They are people who are involved in adult entertainment. So why should a civilized country allow drag queens to come to schools to teach children? The kind of books these drag queens are reading to these children are books that will surprise you, for children who are supposed to be learning how to be doctors in the future, nurses in the future, computer programmers, innovators, creators, you know, those kind of responsible careers. Drag queens are there to teach them things children of their age should not even be meddling with. And the sad part is that these drag queens are teaching them that it's okay to become a girl if you're a boy. It's okay to become a boy if you're a girl. It's okay to identify as whoever you want to be. That is what these children are learning. And funny enough, some adults are allowing it. Some adults even bring their children themselves to events like this so that drag queens can entertain them. Drag queens can read to them. Tell me, what will someone in their right senses learn from a drag queen? Learn from someone whose job is to entertain adults. I hope you know what I mean by adults, because drag queens work in nightclubs, work in clubs where they entertain adults. That means whatever a drag queen is doing is not something a child should be exposed to. But yet, the government permits it, and even some parents permit it. And for those parents who don't allow it, who don't want it, when they talk, they call them transphobic. They call them all sorts of things because they don't want their children to be taught nonsense. Or were you expecting these children to become computer engineers after being taught by drag queens? Or become doctors? Or become scientists? No. What you teach them is what they are going to grow up to be. And it's not just drag queens. We also have teachers who are teaching children things like this. There are libraries where you find books that depict pictures that are unimaginable. Pictures that are not meant for children. Even as an adult, there are pictures there that adults are not supposed to even look at. Yet, they keep these things on library stands where children will have easy access to. So tell me, what else you expect from children like this when they start growing up? And most of the times, what they try to do to Africa is to push this their LGBT thing on Africans. They tell you they want to help you, but in the process of trying to help you, they are pushing their own ideology, their own culture into you, wanting you to accept it. because they are who. Let them keep their culture there. After all, we don't impose ours on them. So everyone should keep their own and do their own. So please, parents, pay attention to your children. Help your children to become better people. And for those of them who don't care, then let them reap what they have sown.